Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to show you how to add margins to your blocksy WordPress content. Alright, so whether you have too much space or too little space, we're going to go over a few ways to add margins to your WordPress blocksy content. So first things first, we're going to go into the customizer, clicking up top here on the tab, and it takes us to the WordPress customizer. Now, adding margins or spaces could mean a bunch of things, but let's start off first with our general options. Click on Layout, and you can see we have our maximum site width, our content area spacing, content edge spacing. Let's go ahead and click on About. Just as an example for this, don't worry about it, you can use any page. We have our maximum site width here, and you can see that our header shrinks. And so there's our body text, right? We also have our content area spacing here for how much vertical space we should have. And keep this in mind that we have our tablet and our mobile devices, and we can also adjust it depending on those. And you can see for here it's 155 pixels on mobile, but on desktop it's 263, right? And another thing is, you see the pixels here, we can change whether it's EM, it's percent of the screen, it's VWVH points, right? Or rem, and you can see it changes up. It's basically the same, but the units are different, right? We can keep it to percentage of page. It really depends how you have your elements set up. Right, I can set this on default, but that's one way. And we also have content edge spacing, right? We also have narrow container max width and wide alignment offset. It really depends on what you have on your page. But keep in mind that changing everything in our layout tab here changes everything for the whole website. So if I make this really tall up, lots of space for the vertical, and squish this in, if we went back to our home page, you'll see that even on our home page, it's also squished. Okay, so let's go back to our About Us page for the example, and we're back here on our main sidebar menu area, and we can click on Pages, and you can see we have our page structure, and we have a few different options to choose from. We can choose right sidebar or left sidebar. You can see we have it over here. And we can choose between narrow and normal width. Right? And you can see, hopefully when it loads up, everything is squished down here. And when we go to normal width, the space increases and we have larger content blocks. Let me just reload this because sometimes our elements don't load up when we're in the preview mode. Okay. And we can also change our vertical spacing here. And you can see you can customize global spacing value and general layout, content area spacing where we were a while ago. But we can also change this particular to just pages. Right? And we have our design here. We have our background, and under page title, we can change our layout style, and we can also change our container bottom spacing. Oops. Here. Let's reload this just so we can show how much space there is, right? That's one way of doing it. And if this isn't enough for you, let's go ahead and enter the customizer. So if you were happy with the spacing, go ahead and click on Publish and reload your site. But there's another thing we can do, which is to go in to our website, for instance, our page here, and click on Edit Page. Okay, we're here, and we have our website here. And if you wanted to add some spacing, we can enable our right sidebar here. And for instance, let's say we have our text here. And if we wanted to add some space to it, we can change, well, first off, our text alignment. we can change how many columns there are, but we also have block size and spacing. So we can change the margins, you see, and you can see it appears here on this yellow box here. All right. And the margins adjust as well, and we can use our numbers. And we can also put padding, and see this green box here, right? And it's different for different kinds of blocks. So you can see this is a stackable one. This is also stackable. All right, let's input just an ordinary one. Here, let's insert paragraph here. This is just the standard stock blocksy one, right? And then we can copy this and then just paste this here, just so you can see that we have our options here, and we have typography options here. We have letter spacing, but that's mainly just for our text. We have padding and margin, and we have to toggle those on, and you can see that we can adjust our margins here, our padding, excuse me, which appears in blue, right? And our margins over here at the bottom, right? And there's some further options here. We have presets. We can use percentage, and we can have a slider to show how much we need or how little we want. And there's some presets here, and you can see they should load up, and for the padding and so on. And that's how you change it. And it applies to basically everything else as well. So we have our video here. If you clicked on that and we clicked on layout, block size and spacing, we have our minimum height, where to align it, our maximum width, and see, we can crop this basically, and we can change our padding and our margins. So let's save that and take a look at our website here. Let's save this. And while it's saving, we can take a look at the paddings for our desktop, tablet, mobile, which we showed you a while ago for the customizer. And if you wanted to edit it differently on, wanted it to appear and edit it to appear differently on different devices, you can select these, and you can see that it changes up our preview here. And okay, let's click on this, and on the block, okay, we can change our spacing and our paddings depending on if it's on mobile or on desktop, right? So let's say it's 55 pixels here, 154 pixels on, well, 17 pixels, okay, 17 pixels on our mobile device, and on our desktop device, it's 55 pixels, all right? So this quick tip for you, we saved it a while ago. One last look at our site here. Let's reload it, and you can see right away that our margins and spacing are completely different now. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.